All right, so this is exactly what I wanted to show you, because if you look at it, as I said, if you do not take proper precautions, you might end up creating something called as an AdWords Express account. And how do you know if you are creating an AdWords Express account? Is this ads.google.com/aw/campaign/new/express. Now that is something that you don't want to get into, because it's a big mess if you do that. So how do I avoid that? How do I avoid that is I can simply click on the switch to the expert mode here. So I also remember, if you happen to be somebody who is creating a new Gmail account now and trying to create a Google Ads account, there is another way to do this. I will show you how to do that. Now, let's say I switch to the expert mode here itself. Now you see that the /express is gone, which means this is a proper Google Ads account. Now, in some accounts, it will ask you to create a campaign. It will ask you to create everything else. But the difference is, after you have done everything, you will see an icon here. You will have to click on that icon and then say switch to the expert mode. If you don't do that, I think it will be a big mistake. You will end up having an AdWords Express account. Now, my suggestion is, it's okay even if you mess it up once in a while, because that's how you learn, in my opinion. So this is my old Google account, which means old Gmail account. That's why it is showing me an option to switch to expert mode here. But if you do not use an old account, if you are using an extremely new account, a Gmail account for this process, you will go ahead and create everything that it asks you to do. But at the end, you will see an icon here, options icon. You click on that and there will be an option to say switch to an expert mode. If you do that, your account will migrate from AdWords Express to a Google normal ads account. So that's how you sign up for a Google Ads account. Now, since the sign up process is out of our way, let's see what else can we talk about. Let me open this. Okay. Also, guys, if you are not liking the process of this format of training, you can please let me know. I personally like this format because I feel like a classroom training, because it doesn't make you feel that you're getting trained by in a very, very digital artificial format. This gives you a feel of a classroom, so that's how I stick to this format. If you don't like this, please let me know. Feel free to let me know if I can change that for you. Alright, so let's sign up for a Google Ads account. We have seen that. Now go to ads.google.com and follow the process. Right. Now, in the whole process of Google showing your ads or listings, we understood that you just go to google.com, you put in a keyword, that's when Google shows you the results. Now, while it may be a very simple process to understand, you also have to keep in mind that the keyword is the most trickiest part here, because without a keyword, you will not be able to see ads, or you will not be able to see listings. Now, it is very important for you to define a keyword properly. You also need to understand what are the different kinds of keywords available before you even start creating a campaign, right? Now, there are certain match types. These are called as match types. It also means that Google has categorized these keywords in certain categories or certain types. So these types are called as match types. So each keyword will have is eligible to appear in any of these match types depending upon what you want. So we will have to understand what a broad match is, what a phrase match is, what an exact match is, what a negative match is, what a broad match modifier is. Now, we will talk about it at the end of the session, because I don't want to confuse you in a whole detail before we talk about the account structure as such. So we will also talk about how do you modify these things, because if you look at the AdWords structure we spoke yesterday, it is very evident that without a keyword, the keyword is the most important element, because a keyword is the one that will start triggering the ad when people search for it. So in this whole account structure, if you ask me if there is anything that's more important than everything, that's the keyword. Now, if you have a keyword, these are the types that Google classifies its keywords. Now let's start defining what these match types are. Now let's talk about broad match. Now, broad match is very simple to understand. What broad match does is, broad match is very simple to understand. Broad match is very simple to understand. Now let's say, let me write broad match here. Now what broad match does is, if you include a keyword, who has to find the keywords and include the keywords? As an advertiser, I have to go ahead and find the keywords that are most suitable for my business. How do you find the keywords? I will go ahead and show you the process in the same session, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, how do I define these keywords, and what does a broad match modifier work? How does a broad match modifier work? If you include a keyword called buy books in your Google Ads account, right? Now, if you include this keyword called buy books in a broad match, it means that it is eligible to expand for any kind of variation. For example, it will start showing for keywords like buy books online, right? Buy best books, cheap books online or cheap books. It will show now, it will say buy fiction books. It will start showing the ad, right? You can also include buy bad books. It will still show the ad. Now, a broad match modifier by meaning is, sorry, a broad match keyword by definition is, it is eligible to show your keyword for any variation of your keyword, provided one of these keywords is present in what the user is searching for. Now, there is a difference that you have to understand. This keyword called buy books is included in the AdWords account by me. I have put this keyword into Google Ads account because I know people will start searching for variations of this keyword. Now, all the list of keywords that you include here are the ones which are searched by users. Now, when people search for these set of keywords, if I include a keyword called buy books, it will show my ad, or it is eligible to show my ad if I include that in the broad match. Now, because I have included the keyword in broad match called buy books, if people search for any variations of these keywords, they can have books, they can have buy books in what they're searching for, any of these variations, my ad will still show. Now, broad match is kind of risky because it is broad. It is eligible to show any kind of keyword variations for your keyword. Now, it is so broad that when people search for keywords like I don't want books, it will still show for that. Now, if somebody is searching for, let's say, book tickets, it will still show for that because there is a word called book and your keyword has a word called book and it happens to be in broad match. So this is the problem with broad match modifier. Sorry, with broad match. Now, it may be very handy, it may be very helpful in certain situations, but we will talk about it when we reach there. At this point in time, I'm only talking to you about the definitions of these keywords. A broad match, if you include a keyword in broad match, let's say you include this keyword called buy books in broad match, it means that your keyword is eligible to show for any of such variations if either words buy or book exists in what the user is searching for. Then let's talk about phrase match. Now, phrase match has a slightly different catch to it. Now, let's say I include phrase match. All right. Now, phrase match is usually denoted in quotations. Now, this is how you will include a keyword called for phrase match. Let's take the same example. If I include a keyword called buy books in phrase match, it means that my ad will show when people are searching for variations of these keywords, which means now people can search for any keyword. They can have anything here and they can have anything after the variation. Now, if I include a keyword called buy books in phrase match, if the user is searching for any keyword with buy books in it, they can have anything before that, they can have anything after that, but they can't have anything between buy and books. And they also cannot have very keyword. If they search for books buy, it will not show. It has to be in that particular order, and you can have anything before that, anything after that. For example, if you want to take certain examples, I love to buy books will show the ad because buy books happen to be together. Buy books today will show the ad. Let's say books buying today, it will not show because it's not in the same order. I am here to buy books, it will show because you can have buy books. Buy books are together. You can search for buy books online, it will still show, right? Because buy books happen to be together. Anything apart from these variations, it will not show. That's the catch.